Hey, good morning, Math 7 students. So today you are going to do order rational numbers as one con, and then the other con, I wonder what that's called again. Oh yeah, adding and subtracting rational numbers. So let's get started on the first one. So basically, like on this question here, you just need to take these three rational numbers and put them in order from least to greatest. So we got to order from least to greatest. Well, obviously 0.85 is smaller than 0.92. But I wonder what 8 over 9 equals. So you know how to divide these, or I'll allow you to use calculator on this one. Just take calculator. 8 divided by 9 equals 0.88888 repeating. So you might realize that one would go in the middle of those two. And that's what your answer would look like. All right, let's do another one. This one, you have to match the numbers below with the correct label. So here you can see the labels A and B. Here's the label C. And which one of these would match up closest to this? Well, let's see here. 0.4, negative 0.4. Well, let's see. 2 over 6, this would be 0.333. This would be 0.5 right here. So we can tell that A is the greatest or the largest negative, then B is the next largest negative, and C is the smallest negative. So 1 divided by 5 is 0.2, so negative 0.2. This one's negative 0.4. And this one, if you divide it out, comes out to be like negative 0.47, a whole bunch of other numbers. So if we think about this, this one is our smallest one, which is this one. And so we got C is labeled here. This one is our next smallest one, which is B, this one right here. And then this one's our largest negative, which is this one right here. So it's just a matter of putting them in the correct order. All right, let's move on. Adding and subtracting rational numbers. So in order to add and subtract rational anytime, looks like we have fractions here. Hey, if we're going to add or subtract fractions, then we have to add or subtract. We need to have a common denominator. Okay, so first of all, one thing I didn't explain up here, rational numbers. What is a rational number? I don't think I explained that. Rational numbers are really any numbers you've ever known for the most part. So it could be a decimal number. It doesn't matter if it ends or if it repeats. It doesn't matter. So you've had decimals that repeat like 0.66666 or 0.33333, or this one ended up being 0.88888. Those are rational numbers. Okay? So any fraction, any number that you can kind of think of is rational. We'll get into the other type at another point, I'm sure. Now, common denominator. We need to have a common denominator. Well, looks like between these two, 40 would make a good common denominator. So we're going to multiply both of these by 10. So it's negative 50 over 40. This one's already in its correct form, so we'll just keep that at 75 over 40. And 100%. Well, what's 100% of 40? That's right, it's 40. So pretty simple. We will then add the numerators, and the denominators stay the same. So when we add those, negative 50 plus 75 is 25. 25 plus 40 is 65. Then, is that simplified? No, both of those can be divided by 5. So as we divide them both by 5, we get our answer of 13 over 8. All right, let's do another one. Ooh, remember how to take those nasty decimals and turn them into a fraction? If you don't, remember you take these three numbers here, put those on the top, and then that also represents how many zeros go in front of a 1 on the bottom. So it should be 625 over 1,000. Now we should try to simplify that first, because that's kind of a huge number. And anytime you have a number like this that ends in a 25, remember 25 is like a quarter. It's like if you had 25 cents to spend, that's a quarter. Try dividing this by 25. When you do, you end up with 25 over 40. So 625 divided by 25 is 25, and 1,000 divided by 25 is 40. Ooh, wait, but Mr. Anderson, that can simplify even more. You could take and divide both of those by 5, so we will, and that equals 5 over 8. So this decimal actually ends up equaling 5 over 8. So we'll put that in as our first fraction. Now, Our common denominator between 2 and 8 could just be 8, so I need to multiply both of these by 4, so that becomes 16 over 8. And then adding fractions, numerator stays the same, and 5 plus 16 is 21 over 8. Can we simplify that? 21 over 8. I know you could turn it into a mixed number, but don't. Khan Academy likes them as an improper fraction. So 21 over 8 is just simply 21 over 8. Can't simplify that anymore. And that's how you do it, guys. Have a great day, and we will see you again tomorrow. Bye-bye.